Hey, Michelle Cedarberg here, excited to chat with two dear friends and colleagues in the health field about a very important topic that everyone has questions about, and most people don't know where to look for the answers. And I'm talking about menopause. Men, don't hit pause because we all have someone in our life that is going through this, and you might thank us for the information we're about to share with you today. I want to introduce you, Tracy Fisher, give a wave there. She brings over 3 decades of knowledge and expertise to the women's health arena. She's been a personal trainer, a fitness and weight management coach, a massage therapist. She's currently a facilitator of the work of Brené Brown. She's a CTI coach, just like me, and a behavior change management specialist and precision nutrition certified level coach, on and on and on. Her expertise is limitless, and her direct candor, which I love, offers one of the key ingredients necessary for her clients to move the needle on their health. Dawn Hart is a certified holistic nutritional consultant and fitness coach specializing in rehabilitative exercise and pain management. She's a sought after speaker with over 20 years of experience. I can't even believe it. You don't even look that old. Working in the field of fitness and nutrition. She's a recovering perfectionist who advocates for and knows firsthand that taking imperfect action is better than not taking action at all. So she speaks my kind of language in the small steps approach to living an energetic life. I've known these two for 20 years easily, which makes all of us qualified to talk about this topic of menopause. Me, because I'm going through it, and Tracy and Dawn, because they are here to help. I'm ridiculously excited because in going through the process of navigating my own menopause, I've come up against walls and not being able to get the answers. So, Tracy and Dawn, what made you decide to shift your health expertise towards helping women who are in peri and menopause?
Yeah, I would say largely because we are there ourselves. So we started with working with women many moons ago, but now, being at the age and stage of life that we are at, our clientele mostly now is in our age demographic and coming to us with different symptoms that are largely perimenopausal in nature.
Yeah. And I think I'll add to that, Michelle, working in the fitness and wellness arena, the narrative is if you work out set amount and set intensity and you eat set amount of calories in this type of whole foods diet, you're golden. And unfortunately, although those are really important pillars to integrate and to embrace as part of our vitality plan, they only carry us so far, especially when those hormones start, piecing out and leaving the building.
And that was my challenge. And I regularly connect with Dawn and Tracy, and we would have these conversations. And I'm a regularly active person, as most of my viewers know. And no matter what I was doing, I was finding that weight creep. And I was finding that my energy was going down, despite the fact that I was taking care of myself. And there's nothing more demoralizing and frustrating than that. And, with perimenopause, I'm learning, there's way more to it than just night sweats and mood swings. There's way more to it than that creeping weight gain. And so from your standpoint, what should women know about this stage of life that may surprise them?
Yeah, I'll let Trace start and then I'll chime in.
I think the biggest piece is a lot of women come to us with symptoms that we know as perimenopausal or menopausal in nature, but they're not even aware that they're linked to perimenopause. So one of the big things is, perimenopause, we can be in that phase of life 10 to even 15 years prior to menopause. So
for instance, when I turned 39, I started to lose my eyesight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Yes.
For sure.
Ladies.
It's not that, one of the first signs, and you and I have talked about this, Michelle, is okay, I'm going to go try on a bathing suit. And you come out of the change room and you're like, what the hell happened to my body? Right. And so that's the first thing a lot of women notice, but there's so many more, symptoms that can be affecting women's lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
You wanted to add to that, Dawn?
Well, I think the biggest thing I would share with women is you don't need to settle. right? Just because this stuff is happening, there's so many things we can do to leverage balance in our bodies. And it's large in part focused on lifestyle management.
But that was a big learning for me, because I know a lot about health and wellness, and I couldn't wrap my head around what was happening to my body. And I did for many, many months. I gave up. I was having joint pain, and I thought it's just a sign of aging. You know, I was having really bad sleep problems, and I'm not just talking about hot flashes, nights, but just nerves and anxiety and all that kind of stuff that I was just putting down to I'm stressed, I'm busy, I'm overworked, I'm getting old. And that's not the case, you're telling me.
Oh, and I think I would say that's one of the biggest messages that we push back against, is this idea that women are told over and over again when they seek out help, that this is just the age and stage of life you're in, kind of accept it. You're just going to feel like crap for the next 30, 40 years, which is
not okay.
It is not okay. No.
Which gave me a great deal of relief, I'll tell you, once I started working with Dawn and Tracy to get the right kind of advice that gave me these stepwise improvements in my sleep, in my joint health, in my energy, that surprised me. You know, I'm a health and productivity expert, and it's why I wanted to talk to Dawn and Tracy today, because we sit back and we say, well, I guess this is it. I've reached menopause. There's not much that my doctor can do for me except to prescribe hormone replacement therapy and some other crazy stuff. Not to dismiss what the medical profession does, but it's just not enough.
No, it's not enough. Because the reality is, Michelle, is that our bodies have immense healing capacity, provided you feed them the right ingredients or tools.
Is that healing capacity?
Turbulence, spot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And there's just, if you really, really just kind of pare it down and you think about how women are feeling, and we can all collectively, speak to this. Absolutely. Who wants to take on one more colossal diet, one more colossal plan when you're feeling like you're barely hanging on and calling it a life, right? It really is those small incremental steps day by day that feed the body into this trajectory of healing. And that's where the magic happens. It's just those little micro tweaks, right? That
micro tweaks are what you guys talk about all the time. And I love it. And for any men that are listening, and I'd say men don't hit pause, because this is a life change that impacts your relationship as well. Like, my husband doesn't know what to do with me half the time, or he's getting better. But, this is why I also say, if you've got women in your life that are going through this, share this video with them, because these micro tweaks can make a difference in your life as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of women that come to us and talk about kind of relationship dysbiosis, maybe, right? Because if they don't understand that there's anxiety at play and there's mood changes at play due to perimenopause, which is very common, then how can they explain to their partner what's going on, what they need in those occasions?
And that it is legit and it is real. And what I'm going through right now is not made up. Like it's hard. My energy is drained. My joints are sore. Like, this is real.
This is real.
That's why we need to have these conversations.
Just normal.
And that's an interesting part of your approach. So what do you offer in your health coaching that differs from the medical system, for instance?
Yeah, we go largely from lifestyle change and behavior change point of view. So that's where we always want to start, even before women potentially go to hormone replacement therapy. These foundational pieces really need to be on point first before that's even going to be effective, right? So it's movement, it's what we're fueling ourselves with, it's stress reduction, community, having that feeling of community, and sleep is a big one.
So you call that your Revive 5.
You got it.
For metabolic health, stress management, movement, sleep, and community. That's a very interesting one to me.
It's a massive one. And I think, to our earlier point of we need to open up this conversation, women are feeling very alone going through some of this symptomology, not recognizing that it's perimenopausal, and other women are feeling it as well. Talked to a client the other day, and she was feeling very alone in her symptoms, was talking with 5 of her girlfriends, and just finally said, you guys, this is how I'm feeling. And then they all chimed in and said, oh my gosh, we're experiencing this too. maybe it's got something to do with menopause. So we need to have a supportive community to have these conversations and to support us, because we should not be going through this alone.
And we shouldn't be going through it without, recognizing that there is real help that is out there, also in the form of the two of you, which I find great relief in. I'm telling you right now.
I would add to that, Michelle. It's real help that's available to women focused on lifestyle management. But further to that, I think we pride ourselves in meeting our clients where they're at. So instead of giving them this, blanket one size fits all meal plan, supplement protocol, movement schedule, and so forth, it really comes down to meeting the client where they're at. And
so if they come at you and they're on hormone replacement and they're saying, I love it and I need it, you're not going to say, oh, no, you can't do that, which is a comfort. Yeah, for many.
No, absolutely. Yeah. The goal for us as, health coaches and clinicians is to complement external care that the patient or client is receiving. So we're working collaboratively in the best interest of the client. Because HRT has a place, like hormone replacement therapy is sometimes necessary for people.
Yeah.
Tracy and I
because in working with Tracy and Dawn, that's exactly what they've been doing with me. We get together and we have conversations about my food intake, which I want to chat with you about really quickly in a moment. Sleep and the supplements that I have. And yes, I now have a supplement budget, but I'll tell you right now, if I don't buy my coffee when I'm out, or if I, don't buy an extra bottle of wine, like it's covered for the month, you know what I mean? And the difference in my energy and my vitality is huge. Yeah. One of the things, ladies out there, and myself, I'm listening to this, the things that we need to do most guaranteed with our food, what is it, Dawn?
I would say one general theme we see is that women underconsume protein.
Protein.
We
are carb queens is what we are. I love me my pasta and my baked goods, but I've got to do less of that and more protein.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that we do that because we're looking for that kind of immediate hit, that dopamine hit, because a lot of our clients have no energy, they're just getting through the day. So of course they're looking for these quick carbohydrate pickups, right? Mm-hmm. But when we can really get protein consumption up, which in turn lowers that carbohydrate consumption, we feel way better. Energy is higher. We sleep better. So many positive offshoots.
Yeah, we kick cravings. It blunts hunger.
Yeah. And that's the process that I am working through right now. And I'm going to tell my viewers, it absolutely makes a difference. Protein. Okay, so what's one piece of advice? It's my last question for you before we wrap this up. What's one piece of advice you'd offer to women as they are navigating this stage of life, from perimenopause all the way through?
Mine personally would be trust your body. You know your body best. And further to that, don't settle with these narratives that this is all part of the aging process. Yeah. There's no dismissing our bodies are going to age, and we're not going to be crushing life like we did in our 20s and 30s. But that's not to say you can't feel vital, strong, and sexy in this chapter of life.
Yeah, I would say we can crush life differently. Yeah, at this age and stage.
Well, I don't necessarily want to be crushing life the way I did it in my 20s, but I want to be in my 50s and have like the energy and the vitality and not have to limit myself because of what my body is telling me.
That's right.
And I would say, don't give up hope. I think by the time we see a lot of our clients, they've given up hope. A lot of it is because, women are largely underserved in the wellness arena and the medical arena. So they're not getting the answers that they're looking for. And so then that just bleeds into acceptance. We want to push back on that. Don't accept that. Advocate for yourself and your health, because you know what? You deserve it. We deserve it. Women
really do. Yeah. I mean, it's been such a great shift for me because, like I said, I do know a lot about health and wellness, but I also, I'll tell my audiences, this physical body and brilliant mind in it is capable of so much if we just feed it the right things. And I wasn't giving my menopausal body the right things. And once I started to do that, it's been making a big change. And so I personally need to thank you. I want more people to know about you. And so if people do want to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Yeah, so our website is heliawellness.com. You can reach us Instagram at HELIA Wellness. And then we have a great Facebook community at the Hormone Project.
And the Hormone Project they can find via your website.
Yep.
Where you'll also be able to sign up for a 30-minute consult with Tracy and Dawn. I cannot tell you how important that would be. They're starting a podcast. You can sign up for coaching with them. If you're somebody that is struggling with the challenges of peri and menopause, may I suggest you reach out to my dear friends, Tracy and Dawn. Until next time, I'm Michelle Cedarberg. Remind me, you've got one chance to do this life. I say, dare to live it big. And if you're a menopausal woman, dare to do it with as much energy and vitality and sexiness as you can muster up. And these two gals can help.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Thanks for having me.
You.